Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Zach Grubb,
And I'm Devin Grubb.
and today, what?
Nothing. You were like, just looked at me like, what are you going to say? Anything
I
else?
took a dramatic pause, that's all. Today we are breaking our current trend. We're not going to do a character deep dive. We are talking about Stranger Things, Tales from 85.
Tales from 85! Five.
Now,
Sorry.
no, you're good. That may have sounded a little sarcastic from both of us, but I think we can start this conversation by saying we both kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was not bad. Definitely more geared towards kids, which I thought was great.
Which I thought was brave.
Considering that our kid really wants to watch the OG, but she's 5, so she can't. And I mean that's just that's our thoughts. If you
She's
want
too little.
Right, we think she's too little. So when it got announced initially, we were like, ugh, but then she started to get really into like seeing all the Stranger Things stuff that I had and wanting to watch the show. So when it aired, we were like, okay, you can watch this, and she loves it.
Yeah, she even got you the
Yeah,
one of the monsters from it for Mother's Day.
For Mother's Day.
Yeah. I mean, like, she always loved the Demogorgon for whatever reason.
She got me a Demogorgon when she was like 3, not knowing what
stuffy.
it was. She thought it was a sunflower. She said, it's a flower, Stuffy, Mom. And I'm like, sure it is.
Yeah. But yeah, she'd like only seen it in stuffy form for a long time, and she really liked it for whatever reason.
There's numerous pictures of her at really young though doing the Eddie thing.
The Eddie horns? Oh,
the Eddie horns with the tongue out. I'm like, why do you do that? And she's like, because that guy on your phone does it.
Your phone, your T-shirts, all over your room.
I had a pops. I had an Eddie pop socket. I don't have it anymore because I still have it.
Yep.
But it broke, and I got a new phone case. So he's just part of the shrine now. But anyway, I digress. Stranger Things has been a part of her life in some way since since birth.
Since she was very small.
Since she was very small bean. So now that she can actually watch something that has to do with it, I thought it was really cool.
It was really cool. And
she wants to watch it again, but she's very excited that there's going to be a season 2, which is fun.
I think we'll talk about that towards the end. Does this need a season 2? Because
we can cross that
bridge when we get to it.
When we get to it. But what do we want to discuss about the show?
Okay, so there were a few things about it that I really, really liked.
Mm-hmm.
I had to set aside at the beginning that, like, look, this cannot be canon. This is, and they've said that it's soft canon.
It's soft canon,
which means it's not, because everything they've ever called soft canon is not.
Yeah, the creator basically was like, the characters are canon, but like we can't dive into any of the like actual lore. Yeah.
Plus, things happen in the show that really make no sense, like 11 and Max being friends at this point.
Yeah, because, they're kind of not.
No, they're not. Like, we see that friendship develop in season 3. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining. Like, this
No. We are not complaining about the show.
Every character in the show is written incredibly well for who they are.
Mm-hmm. Like,
everybody is acting the way you would expect these kids to act in a situation where they're just living their lives together.
Yeah.
So that was very impressive. They really captured the spirit of each character of Stranger Things without flanderdizing any of it. It was very real to who they are in the actual show.
Yeah, it, like, canon or not, it does fit. It can fit in well.
Yes.
with what we actually have.
To a point.
To a point. I mean, that the way that the characters and all, where they are, how they interact, that kind of thing,
Very
can
much.
easily fit in, with the exception of like 11 and Max, them being
Friends.
friends.
Lucas and Max,
Oh my
perfection.
god, they were so good. That was like, you could picture their interactions happening in the actual show, us just not seeing it.
Big time. I think that's a good segue though to the voice actors.
I was gonna
Go
yeah.
for it.
Okay, so Max's voice actor, spot on.
Eerie.
She sounded so much like Sadie Sink, and so did Dustin. Dustin sounded exactly like Gaten would have sounded back when, like, season 2 was. When season 2 ended.
There is something I noticed about it towards the end of watching the season, though. Like, yes, his voice was perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but he really only knew how to do one inflection the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah.
But you're like
He
you said,
sounded like
it was a
him.
perfect sound alike.
Yeah. Mike was fine. Mike was fine. Will and I feel like Will and Lucas were the
weaklings.
they were great voice actors,
Hopper.
but they didn't. Well, Hopper wasn't in it much.
Not much, but that guy, he did not do a very good David
and
Harbour.
I liked 11. I like the little girl portraying 11. I thought she was great, but her voice was too happy.
There was too much emotion.
Too much emotion. Where, yeah. And at this point, like, yes, Elle had, she was learning more things by this point in, the original show, but she wasn't quite at, like, much inflection.
She was missing that quiet.
Yeah.
Which honestly, yes, it doesn't.
That's also hard to portray in just using, with just your voice.
Yes. And I think if she did lean into that and tried very hard to do like the Millie Bobby Brown quiet, questioning 11 voice, it probably wouldn't have worked as well for the cartoon.
It probably would not have worked for the cartoon.
Yeah, it would have felt weird.
Especially, but like, because this is gonna sound like not necessarily like it means anything, but like the show was very aesthetically bright and all, and
yes,
I feel like she made 11 more happy.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
Which needed to happen for the tone of the show.
And for the tone of the show, it needed to happen. And honestly, it kind of makes sense going into what we know of season 3, because season 3 starts out in the summer, and she's already has these like established relationships with all of these kids because she's had all this time.
Yeah.
She is kind of coming into her own. So, I mean, in a way, sure, it worked.
The animation was fantastic.
Oh, we're not going to shout out Jeremy Jordan? Jeremy Jordan? Steve?
I mean,
he's just everywhere. He's Lucifer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He did a good Steve.
He did a good Steve.
He did a very good Steve. Nancy was good too.
Nancy was good. I wish we got more than one episode with Nancy and more than one episode with Steve. I understand why we didn't, but it would have been cool because I loved the Nancy stuff.
It was really good.
It was so funny.
And I think that's something we should touch on real quick. The show is primarily the kids.
It is the kids.
There's very little going on outside of them. There's no cutaways. There's no multiple stories layering in on each other. It is all the kids and a story that they are experiencing.
Yeah.
Even when they split up from each other. Again, works really well for the cartoon, but it did leave me kind of wanting more out of what was going on in the town.
Yeah.
With other characters. I have a suspicion that season 2 will focus a little less on the kids. But that's just my thought.
I don't know that it's going to focus less on the kids, but I feel like it might bring in more of some of the other characters that we're familiar with.
As regulars.
Not necessarily the adults, but we might get more Nancy. We might get more Steve. We might get more than a line from Jonathan.
Did we
Um,
even get a line?
yeah, he has one line in the very first episode where he
Right.
gives Will a mixtape. And honestly, I feel like, and we know how we feel about this character on this podcast, but I feel like we need a Billy. I feel like Billy needs to come in at some point. She mentions him.
She does. I don't think he will.
No,
He as a character is too dark for the tone of the
for
show.
yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen that way.
Same. I think we should try our best to avoid spoilers in case people want to watch it, because there is an actually interesting story going
I
on.
don't know that we should necessarily like completely avoid spoilers. Like
We'll throw a
we'll
spoiler
throw a
warning
spoiler
before
warning.
we
Spoiler
talk about stuff.
alert! But yeah.
So okay, we
You want
started
to
with
talk
the
about the
animation.
animation? Sorry.
No, that's good. So there was a lot of talk before it came out of the characters kind of looking ugly or not liking the animation style. It works really, really well, especially when they play with actual 2D hand-drawn animation inside of the 3D animation.
And and they did the 2D stuff in things that would have, like, in other, like, animated things would not have been 2D.
Yeah.
Like, explosions and smoke and stuff like that was 2D.
When they
And
did
it
the smoke
looked
in 2D, it
it
set a
looked
tone.
yeah, it looked really cool against this, like, 3D backdrop that we're looking at, and then you just see, smoke and explosions and stuff, and it's just this, like, intricately drawn, like, 2D stuff, and it was so cool.
They use traditional animation to really cool effect.
Yeah.
And it works every time they do it. I'm very impressed with how much I enjoyed the look and feel of this show.
That was what we said that right off the bat, like, when we put it on.
Oh, they, like, showed off
We
in
were
episode
like,
1.
"Oh, wow, like, this is really cool. The animation is really cool." Like, even it made me think of, like, um, like, the old school Disney movies, how
Mhm.
they were, like, things were done on, like, those, like, hand-painted
Yeah.
backdrops. It was almost kind of, like, reminiscent of that, when you would get, like,
It was like,
the big things, like the snow scenes and stuff.
I see I totally pick up what you mean. It's
Mhm.
like how in Over the Garden Wall, when they did the Highwayman as like a rotoscoped animation,
Mhm.
and you could tell it wasn't actually rotoscoped, but it
Right,
captured
but
rotoscoping.
right,
This show did that with
yeah,
yeah.
it captured that, like, time a period of art style, and
Yeah.
it was really cool.
I think it was at the very beginning when we see like the masked
It's
person use a
when
flamethrower,
Yeah,
where the
and he's
flames were
like, the
drawn.
flames were drawn, and, like, when because it wasn't, like, here, not even
Them.
that bit, it wasn't, like, what I was thinking about was before that, when they're walking through
Yeah.
the forest, and it's, like, a wide shot, and you only see, like, you don't even really know what you're looking at, who you're looking
But
at,
the only movement is yeah.
is the person, and it was just this really cool a shot that would look really cool in as a live action
Yeah.
thing, and they managed to capture something, like, put that, and that looked like it was plucked right from
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things,
Yeah.
like the actual show. Like, the very first episode, the very first, like, 5 minutes before we even meet any of the characters felt very much like Stranger Things.
The intro to a season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot to like in this show if you go into it not wanting just a straight animation of Stranger Things.
Yeah, if you go in with, like, with an open mind that this is not the original, it holds its own as its own show. It's got the
Yeah.
same heart that Stranger Things
It does.
has. Like, it captured that same kind of feeling.
It also
I
captured
feel like
very much in the scarier bits.
Yeah. Yeah, because there were some moments where you and I were both like, should she be watching
I
this?
asked her flat
But
out, Evie, do you want me to cover your eyes? She's like, nah.
because
Like,
things happen and things get eaten and
people get
people
eaten.
get eaten, and it's just they, you don't see as much as what you would see in the actual show, but like you see enough where it's like it's questionable for a small child.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people being eaten, the new monsters.
Hmm.
I like that this monster would not work live action. This
No.
monster only works in the show,
Yeah.
and it's them using the medium they have to full effect. They're like a hybrid between a like Demodog, Demogorgon, and the Vines. They're
Yeah.
essentially the animated vines. That was a very cool concept.
Hmm.
That they really do play all the way through the season, and
It's the whole time.
yeah, they create a really scary monster for the end of the show.
Yeah. Yeah. It is pretty scary.
Yeah.
And it's big for something animated.
Yeah, it's not quite as big as the Flesh Flayer, I don't think.
No. But for, a cartoon,
Yeah.
I don't think we were expecting something to be that large.
No, definitely not.
Of
Do we want to talk about the new character?
course we want to talk about the new character.
Well, I just mean like right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where else we're going to go.
All right. I like Nikki.
We do like Nikki. We have to preface that. We have to preface what we're going to say.
Yes, because a lot of things are going to be said that might make you think we don't like the new character.
We actually really liked her.
Thoroughly enjoyed her.
She was a really good addition. She fit in really well with
the group dynamic.
100%.
It was good seeing someone who Will latched onto.
Mm-hmm. I have, before I go into
your feelings.
My feelings. I wanted to bring something up, and I should have brought it up when we were watching the show. They're supposed to be in 8th grade here. Because
yes.
this is before season 3, which in season 3 is the summer before they start high school. We get to see them in middle school. Those other children at that middle school do not look like they are 14 years old.
No.
They do. They look like they're, 13, 14. The other children at this school that you see look like they should be in high school already. And that includes Nikki.
Yes. Yes. Nikki, yes, she does look
they
like
look
she's
so much older.
Yeah, she looks like she's a year or two older than everybody else.
Like they should already be in, next door at the high school, not at the middle school. That's just a little personal aside that I was confuddled by.
Definitely a strange design choice.
I mean, is it to make it look like maybe to make it look like our children are intimidated by them? That's why they look so much bigger.
I don't know that much thought was put into it.
I don't know. They just look big.
They wanted Nikki to be imposing. She needed to look tough. And I think they might have leaned a little too hard into her height to make her tough.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's not to say, big tough girls don't exist. Of
No,
course
absolutely. But I mean, just her character design, take away the height and how they have her clothes, her hair, all of that. She looks tough without needing to be.
Without needing
huge.
To look like a teenager.
She's huge.
She's like an older teenager.
Like you said that her, that Will latches onto her. Will looks like a 5-year-old next to her.
Yeah.
Like he comes up to her, like her mid-arm.
Yeah.
Just a little bit above the elbow. She's a very big, imposing character. And I think she's only supposed to be like 14.
She's the same age as them.
She's the same age as them. Like, she had a huge growth spurt.
So, I think you probably want to get into...
I mean, I just makes me seem so obsessed, and I'm not.
But it's legitimate
But
here.
it's legitimate. So we first meet her. She stands up for Will against
A bully.
against a bully who calls him Zombie Boy. And she says something like
Zombie Boy, huh?
Zombie
I'd stick
Boy.
with that.
I'd stick with that. And that is literally her line to Will is the exact quote that is said to Will by Eddie in Flight of Icarus, which is canon.
I mean, yeah.
And so when
Didn't we find out the creator of Eddie had something to do with?
She wrote the book.
No. Like, had something
With
to
this?
do with this. Yeah.
I don't know that. No, because she's also a
No?
writer, Caitlin Schneiderhan.
Yeah.
I don't think she had anything to do with the show.
Oh, okay, so they just lifted her.
She was a writer for the actual show.
They just boosted her line and were like, give it to Nikki.
I think the only person from the actual show. Now, don't quote me on this. I could be talking out of my asshole.
We're supposed to be the authorities.
Like I do all the time. But the only name that I recognized as a person who was with the original Stranger Things on this one is Sean Levy.
Okay.
He's a producer on this. That's the only name that I recognized. He may be the only one. There may be more. I don't know. His name just stuck out to me. But I feel like Nikki was an Eddie type character.
She was an insert of him.
Yeah.
This is how he would have
interacted with them if he was around before we knew him.
Well, if he was also their age.
Or their age, right.
And I do think that the show does what it needs to do to differentiate her later in the season.
Yeah.
But early on, that's exactly the archetype.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just remember watching it and hearing her say that, and I was like, excuse me? I read that. Please don't take away the only interaction that Eddie and Will ever had.
It's all soft canon, hun.
I know. No, I know.
The show itself, the original show is soft canon to itself.
But all that being said, I really did like Nikki. She was fun.
But she is also what makes it a cartoon.
Yes.
Because they go full Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
She likes to her shtick is that she makes stuff. She makes weapons and experiments with actual welding and shit. Mm-hmm. It's all very cool, but it's all very much in the realm of cartoons.
Yeah.
If this character existed in the show, it would be like, okay, even in a world where 11 is out here with psychic powers, this is a little too far out of being grounded in reality. This doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
She basically makes again, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning.
Stop listening if you haven't watched the show.
She basically makes a railgun. Which was incredibly cool. Wildly cool. As a man who appreciates a good railgun in a video game, very cool. God. But also, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. A 14-year-old just made this in her garage.
Yep.
In a matter of a day and a half? Not even?
Not even.
She made all the weapons that they use at the big fight in a day and a half. So not just the railgun.
No, some of them were repurposed.
They're all made out of repurposed items.
No, I mean like the thing Dustin uses that shoots he had fireballs, but originally it shot goop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so she just tweaked
the
that
Doc
one. There was stuff like that, yeah. She and Will have a lot of great moments.
Yeah.
And she makes his weapon for him, and it's very cool. Will got to shine a lot in this show. Yeah,
I liked that.
So I did and I didn't. I liked it a lot because it was cool. It was good to watch and to get to see him be that character.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you take it into, okay, then season 3 happens. Completely different kid.
Yeah, and it's kind of like if this was inserted into the actual show, it's like all of his friends forgot how cool he was.
Right, exactly. I'm seriously wondering if the end of this show is like a memory wipe. If whatever happens at the end of this show, no matter how many seasons they get, like something happens where everybody forgets what happened.
I liked getting to see Will do stuff other than kind of be the victim.
Yes. He got to be brave in a way he doesn't get to in an action hero-y kind of way that he doesn't get to in the actual show.
Mhm.
Some people might actually, thinking about it, some people might not like seeing that. They may think it plays against character pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And it does.
But it's a
But it's a
cartoon
cartoon.
made for kids.
Made for kids. It's like complaining, and I'm going to bring Ghostbusters into this again. It's like complaining that the original Ghostbusters cartoon wasn't enough like the movie where Dan Aykroyd got sucked off by a ghost. Like, you're comparing apples and oranges. This is a cartoon coat of paint. In fact, it's very reminiscent of Saturday morning cartoons that were made about movies that had no business being cartoons. Ghostbusters,
Oh my god, there's
Beetlejuice.
so many, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Beetlejuice. Having watched that show religiously as a child and then seeing the movie like as an older child, I was thrown through a freaking loop because they were not friends.
No, Lydia and Beetlejuice were not friends.
Beetlejuice was the bad guy. They were not friends. And in the cartoon, they're besties and they go on adventures together. And that's what I was expecting out of the movie the very first time I saw it. And that was not what I got. And it was like, what the hell is this?
Yes. Okay, so I got another one. Being upset with, the magical realism of this cartoon is like being upset that the Mighty Ducks cartoon was about literal ducks who play hockey.
Oh my god, it was actual ducks.
That show was great. That show was fantastic. And it had some of the best Happy Meal toys. But I digress. That's what it's like. And I feel like that's where you can put this show.
This has Happy Meal toys now too.
It does. Evie got a Lucas.
Evie has Lucas.
But like, I feel like that's how you need to approach this show.
Yeah. And that's like, I saw right before it aired, when they were just showing like clips and stuff on their social media and everything. There was two comments on it, and one of the comments was like, who's this even for? Who's gonna watch this? Like, why are they even doing this? And somebody answered this comment. It was like, it's for like, 10-year-olds who couldn't watch the actual show because one, they might not have been alive, or two, they weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. It's a fun way to introduce the next generation of Stranger Things fans.
Yeah.
People love this show, Stranger Things, as a whole. And you want it to live on. I feel like this cartoon is a way to give it that, because it's introducing new people to it. So if they are interested in this, maybe when I get a little bit older, I'll be able to watch the real thing.
Right.
It's gonna keep people's keeps kids' interest, which will then bring them to the actual show.
And look, if it was bad, you could complain all you want.
Right, but it's not.
But it's not. It's not bad.
It wasn't bad.
It's not exceptional, but it's good.
Fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It kind of really nailed the mystery aspect of the show.
Yeah.
It's Stranger Things light.
But yes, it plays with more of the like you said, the mystery, the Scooby-Doo aspect of.
Oh, there were parts where that was literal and it was great.
But everybody likes to say that the teenagers in Stranger Things are like the Scooby-Doo people. Well, this took that and ran with it, and it worked.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh,
I feel like we've laid out pretty strongly, I think, how we feel about the show.
Yeah.
If you are a Stranger Things fan, I do think you should watch this. Whether you like it or not, I feel like there is something to be gained from watching it. I like that it doesn't try to integrate itself with the larger Vecna story or the larger, you know, Mind Flayer
Mind
story.
Flayer,
It
yeah.
does its own thing, and it does it in a way that feels like it could still work if it were part of the show.
Yeah, because the Upside Down is still involved, but not in the way that we are
Not in the way we're used to.
used to. Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
Oh,
Spoiler
sorry.
warning. Spoiler warning. No, I'm about to say
Okay.
something.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler warning. We do not get to the Upside Down in the show
No.
until the after credits or like the ending scene of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that made me really want to watch season 2.
Yeah, I want to see where they're gonna go with it.
It was a classic Stranger Things cliffhanger that made me go, "Oh, yeah, okay, I can do this again."
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a whole year before we get to Starcourt.
Yeah.
Which there are like there's a couple
They talk about
there's
it,
like
yeah.
Easter eggs mentioned like to Starcourt. There's a billboard for Scoops Ahoy that's going to be opening at Starcourt. They talk about Starcourt opening Memorial Day weekend. So like I wonder if season 2 will like kind of will incorporate that
Maybe.
a little bit, cuz I don't know, I feel like they
Wait, I don't know if they can because in season 3 11 going to Starcourt, that's supposed to be the first time she's ever been to the mall.
To be honest, that's kind of like supposed to be, I feel like it's supposed to be the first time that she's been out. Steve's like, "Are you even supposed to be here?"
Okay, so I will suspend some disbelief here because she was also allowed out in the comics that take place between seasons 2 and 3.
True. Okay.
Not in any kind of grand way, but they went to the Wheelers, they went to
the mall. Her going to the mall in the time frame before season 3 is probably not
not going to happen.
They try to avoid crowds at all times.
Yeah.
Even though they run into some, and she's just used spoilers, but not really spoilers
warning,
because it's on all the trailers and everything. She just uses her powers out in the open.
Yeah, a little too much.
A little too much. That's okay. So that you could put in like the negative column. She wouldn't be using her powers just willy nilly.
Yeah, whenever
for all the world to see.
Like if you think about the time she's used her powers when people are around, she's always been very subtle about it. Even when she made that kid pee himself, like
yeah, you don't know that it was
tell
her.
She was it. Yeah,
no, until her nose bled.
Yeah, and then it was like, oh, I'm gonna wipe that off so Mike and Dustin know I took care of business.
Oh, that badass way she wipes her nose.
Yeah.
Little 11-year-old Millie Bobby Brown just being like, "Yeah, I'm a badass bitch."
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to say about the show.
They captured the Steve and Dustin dynamic really well in that little one-off episode.
So good that I wish it was in more episodes.
I know. It was good. And then we actually got to see some Steve concern about 11 because he was like, "Why don't you just tell the cops what's going on?" And Dustin's like, "We can't, because then the government will get involved." And Steve's just like, "Right, L.
Right, L. We cannot risk that.
We can't risk her." And I don't know. We like to speak highly about Steve here.
We like Steve.
But that was fun because what was happening with them is something that you could clearly see happening on the actual show.
Yeah.
The way that they interacted and the hijinks that they got into.
Hijinks is the best way to put it, yeah.
I want a Steve and a Dustin show. Just give me that.
I would watch it.
Give me that spinoff.
I think the twists and turns we got throughout the show and the story were good.
Yeah.
I feel like I already said that, but I feel like it bears repeating. Nothing about the story of this show is slouching. Even though, yes, it's very clearly geared towards children, it's giving you more than it's giving you more than like Kif. And I like Kif. But it's a little more than just, oh, this is for kids. If you are watching this with your kid, you're gonna be intrigued and you're gonna be trying to figure out the mysteries of what's going on and like who's actually behind this. Like 3 times we changed our minds on who was actually the bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there were a couple times where, like, we stopped watching, because bedtime or whatever, and I kind of wanted to be like, can we just
Keep
finish? Can
going?
we keep going and then we'll just rewatch it again with her tomorrow?
But we stopped
But we
ourselves. We were
stopped.
good.
We did two. It was 10 episodes, right?
Yep.
We did 2 episodes a day
For 5
for
days.
5 days. And it was good. That way, we weren't having our 5-year-old binge watch a show.
That also might have helped our experience, actually.
Yeah.
The fact that we didn't just binge it all at once. I
Yeah.
think that probably helped.
Yeah, well, because we were coming at, each episode or each couple episodes with a clear mind,
Yeah.
basically.
I really enjoyed the monsters. We talked about that before. The designs were really good.
Mm-hmm.
It actually felt like they were in danger every time the monsters showed up.
Yeah.
The things that happen with the monsters eating other people in the town, legitimately creepy.
Yeah. She was wild.
It was wild, and I'm not gonna lie, spoiler warning. There were times I thought that that there was something deeper going on with the monsters, and that like the people they were, eating essentially were gonna be brainwashed or work for them or something.
Become like zombie people towards the end.
Yeah. Because they kept doing this thing where their eyes would turn black.
Their eyes would turn black.
And I kept thinking that was going to go somewhere. It doesn't really. It just
puts
kinda,
them in a trance. They can be put into like a trance, but they don't actually do anything. They're just like asleep, standing up.
And they're left with like lingering nightmares about their time being connected to the hive mind.
Yeah.
Also cool.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Since everybody kind of had, like, the hive mind has its marks.
Yes. And it also makes sense because, like, this is not the hive mind we know from the main series.
No, but clearly it is a hive mind.
Right. It's got them connected, but not in a way where they could be manipulated. And if you really think about it, that makes sense. Because this is Sans Vecna. This is separated from him.
Yeah.
That said, I kept expecting Dart to show up, and he didn't, and I'm still upset that we haven't gotten more Dart.
But Dart's from the main canon. Dart's a hard canon.
Sure.
This was soft.
This was soft, yes. I don't think we need to belabor the point. I think go watch it if you haven't. If you're skeptical, just come at it from the right place, the right mindset, and you are going to enjoy it.
Have an open mind.
Have an open mind. Go into it thinking, look, this is a cartoon. This is meant to be fun. This is not meant to supplement a new season of Stranger Things.
No.
I do kind of think they should have put this out before season 5.
Yeah.
This show should have happened first.
And then they could have done season 2 at this point.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but I mean more so because I think this show would have had a warmer reception in general.
Yeah.
If we didn't have season 5.
Yeah, because a lot of people are, looking at it as like, oh, this is just trying to replace it. You're just beating a dead horse, blah, 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 blah.
And so many people came out of season 5 kind of disillusioned with the story and really upset with how it ended. Or not so much how it ended. I think we all agree it ended really well, but like how we got there.
How we got to the ending.
So many people were so upset with the storytelling in season 5 that they kind of shot themselves in the foot by putting out more Stranger Things content. That is essentially a prequel.
Yeah.
It should have come out before season 5. And it would have I think people would have jumped on it right away.
Maybe they weren't allowed to put it out before season 5.
What makes you think that?
Netflix.
Maybe.
Because I feel like it was done. These kids recorded season 1 and 2 at the same time, like a couple years ago.
Yeah, you're probably right then.
So I feel like they might not have been allowed to release it until season 5 was already out there. Like it might have been like, well, no, we
need to stretch out our timeline.
We have the, our Stranger Things is ours. We have to have the original stuff come out first before anything else can happen.
We need to stretch the dollar. We need to keep people subscribed.
Right. Like that's probably That's probably why. Because this I feel like probably could have come out like last summer.
Yeah. And if it did, the show would have done better overall.
I think so.
Um,
But that's, what do I know? I'm not a Netflix executive.
well, no, you have a soul.
I'm just a girl sitting in her husband's office talking into a microphone about Stranger Things.
This is our house.
I know, but this is your space.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm literally just a girl, guys.
we do highly suggest, if you ever enjoyed Stranger Things in any way, watch the show.
Yeah.
You're gonna have fun unless you come at it ready to hate it.
Yeah.
If you come at it already deciding that you're not going to like this, you're not going to like it.
And to be honest, I'm not going to lie, like, I kind of was on the fence before we even started watching it.
I think we both were.
I was skeptical. I was like, we were like, yeah, we're going to watch it. We have a Stranger Things podcast. We probably should. But I was like, but I'm not going to like it.
We expected this to be bad.
Right. And then I think because Evie, our daughter, got so hype about it, I think it made it hard for us to be like, well, I can't poo-poo it. She seems to really want to watch it.
Yeah, it kind of forced us to go in setting our feelings aside.
I feel like we went into it in like that kid mindset.
We had to.
Yeah.
And it worked. The show was enjoyable.
100%.
So 1 to 10, I give it a 7.5.
I'm solid 7 for me.
That's fair, I think. I look forward to seeing what they do with season 2.
Yeah. That'll be cool to see what happens. That comes in the fall, I believe.
What?
Comes out in the fall.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was like,
it comes in the fall.
I had a belch. I was I was bringing it down so I didn't burp. Sorry.
It's all good. That's why we do these live.
Do it live!
So. Stranger Things, Tales from 85. Watch it. Even if it's not your cup of tea, you'll find something to like about it.
Yeah.
And if you really disliked season 5 and you hate the idea of soft canon, any of that, yeah, you're not going to like it because you're not in the right mindset to watch a show like this.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay too.
It is. It absolutely is.
You know.
This is Beetlejuice the cartoon, not Beetlejuice the movie. So, signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire Collective, I'm Zach Grubb.
I'm Devin Grubb. Dusty Buns gets done.